Sweet.
Okay, today in the agenda we got ENCE versus X Bad News Eagles. I chose this game mainly because BN is a very aggressive team. I want to see how ENCE work against them. Much more methodical, in my opinion. Fundamental CS will always win against any other side if played to perfection.
Yeah, I agree, I guess, for the most part. I think CS right now is in a default heavy state where you can kind of pivot a lot from defaults, especially with MR12 being involved now. You got less rounds as if you know how to time and do stuff correctly in a default off the back of, say, A nades or whatever.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, I am Jolo. I'm joined with Mr. Producer himself, Moxie. Peace around. We got smoke and 2 flashes by ENCE.
Ooh, temple smoke.
Temple smoke, 3 instructors.
Dropping water.
Just dropping water. Keeping it simple.
Yeah. I feel like the dual Berettas were out of place there for Guild. Like, the Geordies should probably be in con, but it's what it is.
BNE seemed a little caught off guard by their setup in
Yeah.
I think they were expecting the full commit on mid, and that's why they wanted to push water. I also want to see what flashes they threw in B main.
I think they just threw standard like just through the window the same lineup as the thingy flashes.
Smoke temple, yeah, just normal flashes.
Through here, yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird setup to say the least. The USB playing close and dual Berettas playing long range. I'm not really sure what happened there.
You would normally put both of them probably in con with the Julies, but I guess.
Okay.
The call was different probably in the round, right?
Yeah. A very good post found by ENCE though, taking connector together, picking S3 guys.
Yeah.
Fundamental CS played right. Clean round.
Good.
Second round. Full eco by BNE. Stack. ENCE not doing anything crazy playing.
So I'd imagine they're going to wait, they're going to default, and yeah, Goofy's going to throw A main nades, and they're going to take A main, push his control back because of the pistols, and at the same time they take connector. This is good.
Yeah, this is what I consider a well played round against an eco. Not gambling 1% of the round. Wherever
D-Has
they are. Yeah.
Oh, D-Has gonna. Okay, D-Has gonna mow.
They mowed them down, but this is what's important. The way they play. Diha was on the right side. If they push connector, this guy can easily jump into the trade. And since they default, they can end up wherever they want on the map after.
Because it was good Diha. It was good Diha backed up instead of going forward. A lot of players would maybe even go forward there as well. The way he backed up those as well, like backing up to the right, making sure that they have to wide swing connector so the AK can see them. It's just so good.
Yeah.
A lot of people wouldn't. They'd stay like tight on the angle or whatever.
Yeah.
Those tiny positional things are so important.
Good fundamentals by Diha. Putting a lot of pressure to SB
around. Smoke B.
Lurk smoke. Molly left
Molly.
side. They look like want to commit the Mach-10s into this play.
Yeah, they are going to. They're going to molly and pop in through it. This is strong, look at that.
Okay, so let's talk about why this is so good in this round. They full deco, right? They had full USPs, but they know it's just impossible. They're gonna have a lot of nades if they buy the Enforce, which they did.
Yeah.
I think BNE should have played a different style in this round since they got limited nades against Mach-10 still. They are very susceptible to a pop, which happened this round. I don't think this setup favors them at all this round.
Yeah, well, they should expect that ENCE aren't going to just sell their Mach-10s out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like they all have to appreciate as well if they're buying M4s. Like Rigon, for instance, I don't think has head armor. Oh no, Rigon's the only one with head armor. Oh no, they all have head armor. Don't worry, I'm just chatting Macca. But I think it's good. Like I think what ENCE do is good. I just think BNE. There's no need. Why is Rigon not insta smoking that molly, for starters, and then for two? Why is Juan Flatro alone in connector against a known Mach-10 buy? It doesn't make sense to me. Like you would play longer ranges. Like they could play.
Now that I think about it, the start wasn't bad from BNE, right? The double pick connector with the Enforce, and then they fall back into side, they're still 3 on B. They should be fine to hold. Somehow, I think a flash would have played a big role here if Rigon or GXS was holding a flash in case they pop a counter flash.
Yeah, they could have been holding the underhand like W jump throw flash from pillar.
Yeah,
But the
there's one
problem
from
is
pillar and
with
one from
this
there.
round. The problem is with this round is the molly disrupts everything. Like the molly disrupts all crossfires because the idea is, I guess the idea is because the lurk smoke's up there, that BNE are using it as like a B main smoke in essence. So they don't want Rigon to peek first. They want like Juan Flatro to take contact across, like to jail or pizza or whatever you call it. But because of the molly, Rigon gets burnt, GXX feels forced to peek, and then everything gets kind of almost happens in 1v1s instead of like BNE all fighting together. I think it's just a good round, like a good round from ENCE. Like at the end of the day, like
It is.
they have many options when they have Mac 10s like this, but like you have to respect them as BNE. Like one thing I like doing in this round, like I think is quite smart to do, is to commit into having grenades and molotovs and these types of things, because like with grenades you can like I think retaking on this is quite good because
Yeah. I also want to emphasize how well of a buffing ENCE had, because you can notice one guy went left side, one guy went right side with a Mach 10 at the same time, splitting from connector. Everybody, wherever they are, they pretty much have to worry about 3 angles at the same time. If you are on side,
Yeah.
if you are here, you need to worry about deep angle, one guy picking you from close. Stands to worry about many angles. They need to be aware of so much.
Yeah.
And chaining flashes and Magnes, even if this guy dies or this guy dies, they create so much space for the follow-up guys to come and trade, knowing exactly their position. Just well played by ENCE.
Yeah, you can't really do much. Like as I said, like one of the theory behind it is like, I guess they could nade stack the plant. They could
Yeah, they
have
kind
like.
of have to give up the side there.
That's why I think like
and try to re-aggress something else. Can't really stay on
in
B side like
the
this with no
third
nades.
round, if CTs buy M4s, they normally buy smoke flash or whatever, or smoke flash, right? Like, I'm not a big fan of that buy because the smokes are just stopping people from coming in. But if they have Mac 10s, like you see, sometimes they want to come through the smoke, and the flashes, like they can facilitate stuff. But if you're going to be playing passive on site, then the nades are probably better. Like nade or Molotov will get some utility to prevent and delay, because
I agree.
you know, like if you can delay, then that's the big key there, because the smokes will go and you'll have range.
Let's hop on to this next round. BNE got a kill with a very limited buy. Let's see what was the mistake in the ENCE side. So they contact close. Alright. Question is, could have this been prevented?
Yeah, of course. They should like there's no need for Goofy to swing this, he can just stay and wait for a flash.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure why Goofy hurried up so much. The moment he wants to cross, the other player needs to be in a position like this so he can immediately
they can
trade.
double swing it.
Yeah,
they can double swing it. They're on two different angles. It's hard for him to kill then.
Yeah, they can either double swing or at least be ready to trade. Or if they pick this guy deep, then this guy can become the trader. So yeah, small mistake in the fundamentals of CS, which caused them a kill. That's gonna be the keyword of the whole chain, I think. Fundamentals.
Yeah. Fundamentals are key.
Yeah. In anything, I believe if you play fundamentals to perfection, you're gonna be easily a professional in anything. You just need to not get bored of the fundamentals and just understand them. Let's see what happens next. So, playing the 4v5, right?
Go to Glaive. Go to Glaive. Glaive dies next.
Okay, so they got a kill on A. They know this two guys push. Glaive trying to get some space, right? Good move by Glaive. Gets mid control close.
I don't re-clear it. How does he die? He tries to take timing, I guess. Okay, okay, this is a bait from BNE. I like it. They're very aware of
Yeah.
the mid lurk because they knew it was open. I like it. That's good.
Yeah, very smart from BNE.
Understanding that that was open and a player would take it.
Now, I'm not a big fan of how ENCE is playing this 3v4 because of the following reasons. They are against a bad buy. They don't really have nades. I think Hades would have been much more useful here if they all three play towards A and actually get the site rather than cutting rotations, because if they don't get the site at the end of the day, he's gonna become useless in this position. He can only add to the round if they get the site, which is already pretty much won if they all three get the site anyways. So I don't really see the point why he's middle in this situation.
The only point I can think is that like they'll expect maybe them to group up together and play around the AWP. So when he's playing mid alone, maybe they expect free mid, and then the camera guy gets brought to mid, and then they have a 2v1 on A, and they open A, and they can go in A. That's the only thing I can think. But I do think letting the AWP.
They're not gonna find Hades on mid though, because he's waiting for his teammates to play to catch the rotation. Like he catch the rotation, right? But the situation on A is the same situation, a 2v2. Doesn't matter if Hades gets this kill or no. Now the round is decided on A side.
Yeah,
He got the kill. Okay, they got all the kills, but let's say one of them dies and 10 seconds left, or even two of them dies. That's why I just think it's better in every way Hades to be with them. Round number 5. Starting 3B, BNE bringing in the op for the first time, full buy against full buy, full nades. Let's see. Default style by ENCE again. Moxie.
Interesting. They play 3B a lot off the start, and then rotate 1 to mid instead of playing 2 mid. In the first 2 buy rounds, they've done it twice.
Alright, taking mid control. Let's see how they proceed from here. They commit 3 guys towards mid.
They have more nades as well. They actually have a really good position here, I think.
This is a good flash to allow them to proceed pushing on the left side. If they didn't flash and op is here, he can get the first kill and just fall back. Now with this flash, I'm not sure if this is a miss flash or it's supposed to blind the temple guy. If it's not supposed to blind the temple guy, I think this is a mistake from ENCE.
Yeah, they need to be blinding the temple guy because camera's smoked. Temple and bricks.
Either that or don't blind the temple guy, but this guy be closer here to trade if he gets the kill on this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that flash, if they go out, even this guy swings and gets a kill, there's a high chance on instant it's gonna happen, which is gonna favor ENCE.
Nice. Yeah, this is just, I guess, a good split from ENCE, taking the space they're given and having more nades to be able to execute on.
Yeah, also now I think it's a good instance for Hades to hold the rotation here in case, let's say they were to all push together, this guy could be hiding in the smoke and just flanking them pretty fast. I think this is good. One guy is holding the smoke and splitting 2 and 2.
Yeah, because the AWP, like when you're splitting onto A site specifically, like the AWP is either better holding mid or being in the back of A, where he can like post on pillar and post camera or something. There's no point having the AWP coming through here.
Yeah, you don't want your AWP to enter or trade anything here. Just simpler and better with AKs.
Well played from Hades as well to get to his team there as well on 8 HP. That was a tough situation for him. He almost died. That would have not been so good. Your pre-buy is expensive. Oh, what do we have there? Oh, okay, nice.
Alright, I think I'm not sure if this can be called a mistake. I'm not sure if they can do anything about it. My thought is this guy is nading and this guy is jiggling. Actually, it's fine. I was thinking, what if they catch the timing and flash and push at the same time, and this guy is gonna get blind. But I think the angles are still good for them because this guy nades, he's not gonna get blind because he's
Blind,
looking
yeah.
up in the sky. When he has the flash back into the wall, and then just pick on timing, and by that time his teammates should be able to help as well. I think it's fine.
Yeah,
I'm
I
thinking,
think it's good.
yeah, I'm thinking about all of this stuff. I just want.
I guess Kyler, if he gets flashed, because he can't help on the left side, he can always flash above his teammate as well to the right. So like,
I doubt it's gonna be enough time. Think about it. They're gonna be very close. Flash, boom, already swinging.
yeah, he's gonna come out fast.
Yeah,
But my point is, it's hard. It's really hard for him to trade anyway. For Kyler to trade that anyway. So like, if he wanted to, he has the position, I guess, to flash above him. But yeah, like you said, there's probably not much time to do that. But yeah, the problem is if they do that, like, flash close and then just wide swing out, it is tough for that guy for Kyler to get the kill.
When they want to go for this kind of cheap damage against full eco, I would always suggest to make it not 99% safe, but 100% safe if played correctly by both of you and know it exactly what you're doing.
I guess the AWPer could hold it, but it depends what the AWPer was posted for in their plan. Where I didn't see where Hades went. But
yeah, if they're not sure they can get a good situation out of this if they push all of the time, I would even suggest just forgetting about the nade, playing it safe. They are on eco, you can win the round by pure fundamentals.
Yeah, literally.
Full buy against full buy, different story. Now this round I would have had nothing to say about that. Because you always have to do something slightly risky sometimes.
Yeah.
Putting pressure towards B. Alright, and 3 playing towards A. I wonder how they took A main.
Oh, double nade on pillar. I like it.
I see there no Lord smoke, so I expect a flash with that pick before the nades. Since B and E are on a full buy, Op could be on A. Alright, flashing close. Alright, just running all the way. Okay, 2k main control, did some damage, leaving one guy to hold the re-aggression, working the other side of the map. They look like they want to take at least close connector control. I'm not sure if this guy's gonna do anything in this position. I think he shouldn't. Yep, Op holding for the repush. Guys from mid repositioning towards B, looks like a B split is incoming. This guy left A main as well. Let's see how they use their nades. Smoke in temple. And just contacting out. I like that fact that they just throw the smoke, I think without a specific plan in mind and just playing around it.
Yeah, well, I think it's because they also have no nades, right? So they're using the fact that they still might have a main control and playing quiet. This could just be a lurk, right? So if they come out on steps altogether, Juan Platro has way better space and information to make kills. Yeah. But with one person making slight noise, ID her, he doesn't know about the rest or what's going on. So I think that's well played as well.
One more detail about the buffing, again, very good fundamental stance by ENCE. This guy Goofy is not hurrying to come and help the onto the side. He knows he just have to hold this angle. In case Diha dies, the guys from main are gonna take care of him. No need for him
Yeah.
to come up with him, and this guy might get a double kill. Very well played by ENCE. Good attention to details.
I need to be right back quick, Johnny, okay? So
Okay.
talk for a couple minutes.
I'm really keen to see what they're gonna do again against Bad Boy. So far, I like a lot how ENCE have been playing the defaults against a Bad Boy. This is a really good demo to learn how to play this properly. I think many teams do mistakes against Eagles. Now Hyde is very safe, holding, no way to die. Taking mid control, using 2 Molotovs and a nade. Yeah, I was about to say now. Alright, Glaive gets 2 kills. But I think this is one of the worst round ENCE have played. Because it's dangerous to do what they did. So they molly, right? They have all of this control. But if somebody's playing close door, or somebody's playing where GXS is staying, they can always pop flash back into mid, right? They can pop flash either door or inside the window. Either or, you can see number 6 is coming close to Glaive. They would be both full blind, and this time the round can turn into a 5v3. If only Glaive dies, for example, and he gets info, they are 3 on mid, right? If only Glaive were to play for info, and they're split around the map, then they could have a setup so they can finish towards A or B fast, knowing it's maximum 2 on the opposite side with almost no nades to defend. That would have been okay. But this what they're doing is very risky, which could lose them the round. Alright, let's see how this plays out now. Glaive gets 2 kills, 4 versus 3. There's no need right now to do any plays because they are very split on the map. Should just hold and gather as much information they can before making their next move. Nobody happens around the map. Goofy decides to go for a close pick in A main. Let's see if this pick could have been tradable.
Okay, I'm back.
Alright, I was talking about this round. ENCE made a uncharacteristic move against Aniko so far. I was praising them for playing them very methodically, low chance of losing the round. This round they took a risk on mid, but Glaive got 2 kills, which he shouldn't. And anyways, round is 4v3 round, right? And my next point was Goofy making a mistake here even though he gets the kill. It's a 4v3, they have no more info. This is a good place where they just chill because they're very split on the map and gather as much information before making their next move, right? And Goofy decides to pick A main close without any possible trade from number 7. He gets the kill, but I think it's a big mistake on his side. If he were to die, 3v3 and BNE knows A main is for clear. What do you think, Maxim?
I think if like I do get the argument where you can start to do these types of things to make the enemies think a different way, but in this situation it's just better to probably be as 4 and not be in untradeable positions, because we've gone from a 4v3 to a 2v2. Whereas like they could have all just grouped A or group B or grouped together anywhere and just gone together, because like, you know, realistically they're not gonna like, there's 2 options they have, right, as CTs. It's either push and take some form of information or stay back and stack something together, right? Like, so the fact, like, you know, the holding's all good, but the solo peaks aren't so good because it puts the round into a situation like this where it's a 1-on-1.
Yeah, I think the way to play it is hold the angles for as much as possible. As you said, they have these 2 options, either push or stack together. And if it comes down to like 30-20 seconds, they know they either didn't push or they are about to get flanked really fast. And if they are 4 together and pushing aside using utility, getting rid of angles with Molotovs, even though they are fast behind, they still get the site in time to worry about the flank. And if not, and they are 3 on that side, if they use the proper nades 4v3 against the site, BNE have no nades, should still be around 1 by ENCE.
Yeah, it should still be round 1. Like the thing is with execs as well. Like you can exec and wait. Like you can exec and wait for swings. You know, like hold together, swing on angles together, and just take everything methodically. It doesn't need to be, you know, one-on-ones across the map against ecos. It's not really the best situation, but they win the round, I guess, which is the main thing. But just dicey.
One more way to have played that situation, I think, is play S3 somewhere and have a lurk. For example, where Goofy was close to A, and they start executing B, for example, and then Goofy plays on A for info. And they can always go back to A if Goofy finds an open site. If Goofy dies, they know there are only 2, so it's a 3v2 on the B side.
Yeah, I think either is okay.
Yeah.
The one problem you have when you have like in these situations though is in 4v3s is that if you do that and your lurker dies, you don't have mid control, or if you do that and your lurker kills A, you still don't have mid control. You'd more than likely think 2B, but you never know. They might be double aggressing mid or something like this. So yeah, it's tough.
Probably the best way is to group though. S4.
Yeah, I think so.
Then the next best one, I think it's this one with 3-1. And
this is good. No smokes. I like it.
Yeah. And I just wouldn't advise going 2-2 ever in that situation.
No, never.
Either 3-1, 4-0 if you can group. Okay, let's see post plant. 2 versus 2. No nades.
Okay.
We got
Open, but 2 orbs, 2 rifles. Okay. Nice. Nice.
Let's see what happened on the BNE side. Hades being able to swing and kill GXX.
I mean, GXX just doesn't need to jump here.
Yeah, he doesn't need to jump because jumping more to the right gives Hades an even better angle to kill him from without CMC trading.
Even if Hades, you know, isn't con, like what if he's sight, what if he's pizza, what if he's anywhere?
Yeah.
I guess they're expecting orb though, right? Because they know it's Hades last alive. I do get it, like they're jumping out to bait the shot in case he's close.
With this being said, having the read he's in con, I think the best pathing he can take is going on the left side, so Hades has to go wide and pick him in order to kill, and other guy hide in temple, pick on his contact. If nothing picks, play the round from 1 close and 1 there and just see what you do.
Yeah, I felt like GXX could have just held con there as well though. Like held con and let his rifle walk out.
Up, yeah. They need to get close to him.
Yeah. And then like, you know, once they're near to con, like let GXX walk up and then just let GXX go in with his pistol first or whatever, and then trade him.
Double nades on mid, Diha playing safe from water. I like this nade from Diha.
Yeah, I like how you see how he dropped in the water with it as well to mask the noise of him dropping.
Didn't notice that.
Yeah, so the nade exploded and he dropped into the water.
Yeah, that's right, he waited for the nade to explode.
I can't believe Scenario doesn't hit a bullet on Diha then. I like how Diha tried to molly deep temple as well, knowing that if someone's at temple and they can hold B main and he can't see them. Nice.
I like the molly as well. I dislike this peek before his teammate being close to trade again.
Yeah, 3v2, there was no need to peek, realistically.
Yeah, this was a solid pick by Diha. Bad fundamental move, but they get the round.
Yeah, sometimes with CS, the wrong thing is the right thing, but that was definitely the wrong thing, even though it worked out.
Okay, this time they are putting pressure on both sides of the map at the same time. I want to see how B and E's both look like, right? So let's see first of all what's happening on B.
Molly at first, with Flash, they fight behind the Molly.
Molly, Flash and fight, that's right. Get in contact, seeing two guys.
Nice, look, they're on top of each other here though, this is good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, now let's see on A side. Number 4.
I mean, that was a weird smoke.
I'm not sure what to think about the rotation at this point. If you're playing against B, N, E, or any other team, and you put pressure on both sides of the map, what do you expect the map to look like?
I don't know. I think it's like... See, I like what Scenario does here. Like, the layout's good, right? Like, well, obviously it's not good for them because they go 4v5, but what they do, look, they go 4v5 here, yeah, they lose a B player, right? And they move round to B, yeah, so they go 3B again. So whilst they go 3B and stack into B, they, you know, Scenario pushes A. This is like a good reaction, it's a quick reaction as well. Like, it works well. The one thing that
Do you
doesn't
think he
make...
should push though if they're playing 3 towards B and Scenario pushes A now, since one guy was in A
Yeah,
earlier?
because they can stack B and then save if not, and they can buy next, right? But like, here's what I don't get: you have a smoke scenario. Why have you just randomly thrown your smoke ahead of you?
Yeah,
You're alone on A site. Like you
Yeah.
now have no utility. You could have stood. You've just cleared the whole of A, and obviously you pick up this kill, but you could have had a smoke here now.
yeah.
You could have delayed even more for yourself. But you threw some random smoke in outside A.
I
which-
agree, the smoke was bad. I still don't know what to say about his push being alone and not the other 3 guys playing somehow.
Yeah, but if the other 3 guys play and they die, then like there's no save potential at 10-0. Like if they that's just a weird peak.
I'm not sure what
I get
DNA can
I get
do
it though.
there.
I get why Scenario's playing aggressive though because he has no nades, but he has no nades because he threw a random smoke after he killed one guy outside A main.
I think he also played because he knows there's likely only one towards A, since they also played towards B fast. At least 2 guys, and one guy put pressure on mid.
Yeah. Surely they get 1, right?
I would say so. I was wondering as well when it's gonna when the comeback is gonna start. Taking
See, I
enemy
like
control.
this here as well. They molly. That was good. I like the fact that they still default with the B main stuff though, like as in like they molly B main and flash. This time, look, I like it.
B guys goes over towards mid. Looks like a split A incoming anytime soon. Okay, I think right now they put pressure towards A and let the middle card play, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Marlin is smoking. Number 6 must play now.
Nice. Times the peak as they come through.
One more small detail, I love this from ENCE. I think this is fundamentals to perfection here. So they put the pressure, this guy comes close, and still they make the first move on A, and this guy speaks at the same time. Because if they use their nades and don't play for 2-3 seconds, the internal clock of BNE gonna tick and they're gonna know one guy could be mid. Hence, this guy was so ready for this guy in camera. But since they still played first, they are still two guys, they can still trade if somebody dies, then this guy can backstab them. I think it was played to perfection.
Yeah, it's played, like, the timing of the peak was so perfect. Because if he peaks like half a second before, and Scenari gets the kill and then manages to turn around, like, it's like, not free, but, you know what I mean, it's yeah, not as good. Yeah, it was good. And played pretty perfect half.
Yeah.
What do BNE do though in the pistol to counter this? Because obviously they need to win rounds.
Yeah, they got 2 smokes, Molly, 2 flashes. 5 towards B. Let's see where they're usually gonna land.
My guess would
So
be
it's number
smoke left
24.
side, smoke temple, or they're doing it. Yeah, and then they'll do fucking smoke temple, molly platform, and 2 flashes. Okay. First one, boom.
Okay, just a
Left and right.
straight up simple round from BNA.
And I guess, did they use the molly?
They must have used the molly, they don't have it anymore, I assume.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
they
Okay, okay.
Okay, I like this from BNA. They don't need to worry about anything really. They can only get spammed or killed from connector. They have to worry about one angle actually, connector. So I think
Well, they have to worry about where Goofy is now and then where Goofy goes to. So these 2 angles here they have to worry about.
yeah. That's why the flashes pop out exactly here to counter the exact positions you mentioned.
Yeah.
I want to see these flashes. So number 4. One more detail from Scenari. I don't like that he smoked city being open. He can bounce it off here in case one guy is holding him.
So didn't it? You see. Go back a bit. You see how this is a problem though. Like from a long-lasting team, Scenari's looking to throw the smoke where Synopsy's throwing his smoke. You can see it there. Go back. Sorry, another 15. Look, as they're walking down, Synopsy comes into the location where you throw left side.
Yeah, this looks like some confusion on the BNE side.
Yeah, it looks like they messed up, but yeah. And then it's not good that Scenari doesn't know you can't bounce it off.
Okay, this strat was clearly improvised after they got smoked in A main. He looks like he wanted to flash torpedoes, I think, to blind connect. I'm not sure what he wanted to flash, but there's no lineups on these flashes, and I assume he wouldn't throw these flashes if this is not smoked. I still want to see the Scenari smoke on the right side from there. I've never seen this.
I have, I just don't use it. I use the other one in front of him.
Okay.
That one's not as good
Molotov.
actually. That one's not as good. It goes a bit further forward. The other one goes a bit deeper.
Okay, round 1 by BNA. ENCE should full eco. Hades, no.
So here's where I'd say like
No.
here's where I'd say like maybe buy something, right? Because like here, right, you could full buy and stack something, and as long as you get 2 to 3 kills, you're maintaining
That's
the
right.
economy.
That's right.
Like, I get obviously you only need 1 round to win, right? But like you
Yeah,
can
that's right, actually.
you can put them in such a bad position if you just force buy and stack something, or like like force buy stack and then just have one guy.
You are absolutely right. One more detail though, I think this is not the round to invest anything though, because what they can save if they get a kill, probably a Mach 10 or a Galil. I think later into the game, as you said, if they invest, let's say, in 2 deagles, 3 deagles, but they get an AK and save it, it's still more expensive than the investment, right?
Yeah, but I still think by saving a Mach 10 or Galil is strong because Like even if the T side win the round, they're not going to be able to bring out all AKs. Like if you kill 3 people, especially if you kill 2 people, they might be able to drop some AKs. But if you kill 3 people, you know, even to a point, like the round can end in so many situations. Then like T's can save if the T's get the bomb plant but lose the round. T's get the bomb plant but win the round. T's just win the round but don't get the bomb plant.
It is
Like all of these situations, though, it just makes it like if you're managing their economy, as soon as you get the first gun round, you're going to be in a much better position.
I agree. There's many ways to think about this, and I'm not sure which one is the best, or if there is a best one.
Yeah, I think it's actually one of those ones where there isn't a best one. That's a bad window smoke from ENCE.
Yeah, I think there's not a best one because you see something's fully going, something's forcing even in a 12-0 round. So
I think it's purely how you decide to play around it and strategize with it, right? Like they still have a good buy here.
Honestly, my thought is they don't really strategize. They didn't talk it beforehand. Yo, if we need one round, are we gonna invest something? Are we gonna try to play for rifles? I doubt they strategize it. I think they just play with the flow.
Good mollies. Wasted flash. That flash was questionable. I guess his thought process is that it blinds jail if anyone's jail, and he didn't expect anyone CT.
Yeah, that might be it.
What's going on here?
Maybe they are testing out stuff. Mid-game. 12-3, why not?
Hey, try boost me here, brother.
Flash mid, pick mid for info.
Too early.
Too early, they know mid clear. Yeah, and he got A side already. I want to see their execution towards A against Nico. I want to see a lot of Molotovs. Not Nico, rather Force. I want to see everything burning. I want to see pillar defense burning. And camera. And headshot. Ooh. No.
I don't know if that was meant to go there.
I think it is.
You think so?
I think it is. Let's see his lineup. It must be.
Yeah, no, it is. So the idea is
yeah, that's beautiful.
That's how you hold a lane from, I guess.
That's beautiful. Never thought of this. Very nice idea. Okay, so they wanted to pick. They focus on the left side.
Oh, I get it. No, that's a really cool molly. So the reason why they've thrown this molly, John, right, is because if you're best spawn going to A, you can beat the connector peak going down. Yeah. So what a lot of people will do is, or even Yorpa, they'll run long, or if they have bad spawn, they'll run long, or if they have good spawn, they'll run down the steps and they'll peek right to left instead of left to right, because it's a more favourable angle at that point.
Yeah,
so they've mollied that side and they've smoked the other side, so they can't be peeked from either side, and then they just push.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's right. Some guys hold it from here. It's favorable both angles because the distance is much larger from this wall up to here, which is the contact point.
But they always expect it though. Like they always expect it from stairs. That's why people come back from the other side, because it's like,
yeah, they do. They expect it from stairs. They sometimes prefer it. And yeah, if this guy was to get burned, he either has to push into water and get full blind push by 2 people, or commit towards A and join the party pretty late to help the water push against the water push.
and the benefit is if he drops into the water, he has to drop, right? So like the molly's timed as they're coming out, I guess. So the idea is that if he has to swing left, he gets seen, or if he drops into the water, he loses accuracy.
I want to see again the lineup from Hades. I want to use it.
Line up next to the left-hand side of the blue box.
W jump throw.
W jump throw. And a flash as well. So the flashes are designed to blind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
That's very interesting.
That's a nice push that. I like that push.
Okay, let's see their setup after, because nothing happened, right? I want to see what they got prepared for the afterward setup.
Oh, I feel like Goofy lost the plot there a bit. He dropped in the water. How did you not hear him?
That's a bit brave by scenario as well. To
No,
say,
it is.
to say the least.
But I feel like Goofy should have reacted quicker there, though. No, like he hears the
Because
drop and
there's
then gets
nothing-
shot, and then looks like he's a bit surprised to get shot.
He did. You cannot hear this drop.
No, if Scenario drops in the water, you hear it.
I think he killed him from right side, not in the water. I think
I heard him drop in the water though.
I didn't. Well, let's see. Oh yeah, yeah. Also, I'm not sure what Goofy is holding at this point.
So there's no need for Goofy to be so far tucked left as well. He can be tucked right to protect himself from long. Like, because the smoke's on stairs, he can like...
You are making a very good point here. If he's tucked into the right, no matter what path Scenario chooses, he needs to drop into water, which is gonna make sound.
Yeah.
Even if you walk into it. Even if you walk, you still make sound.
No. If you walk into it, you don't.
I'm pretty sure you do.
Nah, you don't. You have to go down, up and down the steps, and you don't make noise. And you can jump out of the water as long as you don't crouch jump. If you just normally jump, you'll just make the normal jumping sound, and you don't make water sound.
I want to test this though, because I know with your POV, if you walk into it, you don't hear anything. But I'm pretty sure the guys around you can hear it. And
No. Trust me, bro. I've tested it. You don't make noise. You don't make noise walking in down the ramp or the stairs.
Okay.
Or any of the stairs, but you make noise dropping in. See, wait.
Right now.
See? No noise.
He made.
No, you don't. No,
we're gonna
trust
have to test it, because you sound pretty sure about it. I'm pretty sure about it. Let's just test it then.
Yeah. So we have one more BNE round, and then so BNE win this, I guess, and then ENCE win the game, right? So we have a full buy round now. So by the looks of it, ENCE win a really shit buy round.
Maybe they save this round. Who knows?
Well, maybe that was all. Yeah, to be fair. I like this. I like taking A main late. Like I like smoking A main and then flashing A main on the end of the smoke and having one guy molly the back of A main by hand, and then it normally catches people off. Okay. That's a good trade. Yeah, they should save now. This should be the save. No kits, no nothing. I don't even know why Glave's looking, seeing as it's a 3v4 and they've got no kits. I don't even think they had a smoke. Like, it would have just been a straight up brawl onto the site. I think the hunt here from BNE is really smart.
Yeah, they got a hunt.
So this round is all on Hades pretty much. What can we watch? Yeah, watch Hades. I think he'll contact B main after this, you know.
I hope he will contact B main after this. He needs to take some risk.
Yeah. Glaive will jump, ready? Yeah. Takes a shot, takes the angle. Miss. Yeah, holds deep. Good, Hades. Good.
Good Hades, bet one flat roam. He knew Op was there. That was a bad swing by Juan flat roam.
Yeah, it was indeed. But still, really well. Like angle management by
Yeah.
Hades there was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah. Hades and Glaive played it well.
Now they need this AK off this armored guy. I don't know why
Now-
they didn't give
Yeah.
the AK to.
One more detail I want to see, since they're playing 3 towards B, this guy should have something to block A instantly after, which is the case.
Yeah, I think the idea is that yeah, this guy just saves his nades, so they play aggressive, and then if they ever try pop onto him on A, this guy has nades to stop it. So this is an early smoke. He shouldn't have smoked this. That's an early smoke. Like, to me, right, when you see one guy outside B in that corner, and then you get a kill on the deep guy who's come back from mid, right, you should understand that that's 2B, and that means there can only be maximum 3A. So there's been no pressure. Like, I would just, at this point, I would probably save my nades.
Yeah, he could have delayed it for sure. One more detail on the BNE side, what I think Scenery could have done better. He knows they played aggressive towards B, which means most likely A player is gonna play passive, right? Actually, he's moving up. I think he can be a bit more brave here and not clear everything so methodically, just shift up to get a better timing. And I think here is where, on this specific round, the lurkers on the thief side must have a saved up nade, because most likely they're gonna get smoked and they can break the nade so they don't wait for the city rotation and play on this side. I think the best move of the board scenario, GXX just gamble, walk up, don't clear anything. Not really good.
So he just naded site. They just wait for the smoke to go and he just nades site.
Oh,
that's interesting.
He naded site, really?
Yeah, he didn't even blow the smoke.
Yeah, I think GXX just run here close, scenario, break the smoke, just flash and nade at the same time. Yeah, I think...
See here, right, the reason why I think it's strong to hold the smoke, and I get he has no information behind it, but if he holds the smoke, he can jiggle A main and smoke on timing. I get obviously there's a smoke up already, so he doesn't know what's behind it.
He was scared there behind, right?
Yeah. Even so, though, like I wouldn't. I get why they play aggressive, but I probably wouldn't play. I would hold my nades a bit longer just so I can have more stuff to delay with. But I get it. Like his idea is that he's playing on the fringe of a smoke and he can play for damage. Like all bits of damage in a bad buy are like really strong, right? So
I think he could also have mullet behind the smoke, spam the smoke. No, nobody's inside the smoke. Smoke fades and then jiggle with his brand new smoke.
Yeah, well, he could have just even jiggled with the molly out. So if they blew the smoke, he insta mollies in front of it. If they try coming through, he insta mollies. But the spacing from BNE wasn't that good there. Like if they'd come in, if GXX had gone first and they'd been on each other, so that guy couldn't have got round the corner, dropped the molly, done even more chip damage, had the guy rotating from camera, like it would have been a lot better of a round. But because whoever was A main, I think it was Goofy, when Goofy was A main, because he was able to get the one and drop the molly and get round the corner. It made it so GXX, I think it was GXX anyway, got onto site with like 50 HP because Dihar also tagged him with a 5-7 shot. So that just puts it into a bit of a bad situation as well. But ENCE, like on their T side, really just like showed the power of like playing both sides of the map at the same time on Anubis, like how much pressure it makes for the T's, right? Because you can't move anywhere. You're just stuck.
It was really well played by ENCE, and I think this is where even most pro teams, best teams, struggle finding that perfect fundamentals in CS. I think this is something they should have reviewed, and this mistake shouldn't happen this often in pro CS. Like right now, when Scenery must break the smoke, must make the play towards they cannot afford to lose the timing to clear the angles because they know rotations are gonna come. There's no way they're gonna still be 3 towards B. They know what's going on around the map. There must be a moment before this game in the preparation, all along the history of CS. If you look around the patterns, this happens 99% of the time. Get a kill, rotate, block the other side. This is fundamental. But you can see even the pro teams don't have the fully established fundamentals. I think I think if you just focus on the very, very simple stuff, the patterns, get everything right, this is how you get ahead of everyone.
Yeah, because like when you have the fundamentals, you also have the protocols, and then if your whole team knows the protocol, no matter how in depth it is, like you will always be quicker than the enemy team, which means you'll have the upper hand on most situations, and you'll just always be in a better position to win, right? But yeah, enough. Not taking away from ENCE on that T side because there was a couple mistakes, but there was a lot of good stuff as well, like really good stuff. I felt.
Yeah, some mistakes, but for sure less mistakes than BNS side.
Yeah, way less mistakes. I mean, that's what it comes down to, right? It comes down to a game of who makes less mistakes, right? And
Yeah.
yeah.
You can also have some insane rounds, some insane setups. The other team never saw, like that round Hades when he mollied that thing on Aesters and did that push on water and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, default gonna win the most rounds. That's why pro teams default mostly.
Yeah, defaults can it can make you feel such a certain way, right? When
Yeah.
you're
The moment you don't default, you take a certain gamble.
yeah, precisely. And I get it. Like I get obviously spawn strats are really strong, but spawn strats are nearly mostly strong once you've started to make teams feel a certain way whilst you're playing, right? Like once you're developing this sort of say on Anubis, you're developing this A main and B main pressure, and then you have a set play behind the pressure that you've thrown in previous rounds. That's when it's strong because the enemy team is losing their read on the round, their read on the game, and you can like exploit that. But it just needs a lot of stuff, right? You need flashes, especially on B. Well, A more precisely for Anubis. You need good flashes. You need to chain flash dependent on where you're executing from. If you're executing from outside A main, you need to flash A main, flash pillar, molly default, molly broken wall. Flashes into sight. It's all just relative, but I just think ENCE had you could see they had like a plan, right? They had
they
a plan.
they had a game plan for sure.
Yeah, it didn't feel like BNE had as much, especially off that pistol, bro. The T-side pistol. That's when it felt like. That's when I looked and I was like,
I think they also got into their heads a little bit being 12-0 down, forgetting some part of the strat, which still shouldn't happen, but I assume that's what happened. The frustration, the mistakes got them into a bad place and messed up even the pistol round.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but that's where, as a professional and with a team with BNE's experience now, you shouldn't be doing that.
No,
you should be at a point. You should be at a point where, like, when you look at someone, you can visibly see someone looking at someone else in the position they're going to throw their smoke and throwing a smoke. Then it's like, to me, it's just like, well, how did we get here? like we've, this should have been practiced. This should have been gone over. I mean, GXX should also know that, not to smoke, B, the left side of B by hand, open to the whole of, well, not the whole of sight, but open to angles.
Open to
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just questionable. Plays, but that's why they got punished, right? That's why ENCE won the T side 12-0, and even though they lost a few CT rounds, that's why they locked out because, yeah, like Anubis is a T-sided map, but as long as you've got strong fundamentals and protocols, you can win rounds.
I like though
a lot of them.
that ENCE went a bit past the default protocols and such and dictated the pace when they're doing a pop, when they're taking things really slow, when they're pushing in main, when they put pressure on both sides of the map. Many different styles in a single game by ENCE. I think they completely overwhelm BNE. I think these details are very nice to see in pro games. I believe the game can be still winnable playing only default, or how some would say boring style of CS, but I think this is also what makes it beautiful, adding these extra layers, because at the end of the day they are professional. Why not show off? Why not make a show out of it?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? It comes down to a fact as well, like you want to be exciting when you play Counter-Strike because you want people to watch you, right?
It's not only about winning, it's about living it.
Yeah, it's about living and breathing the emotion. You know, the pace, the energy, the adrenaline. Like sometimes you gotta live those emotions, and it's also it's also good for your own self as well, like publication
Yeah.
and pushing yourself as a player and a brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good.
But please, guys, do your fundamentals before you do some crazy double molly water take with two smokes,
Yes.
frying in heaven, triple flash, double
That
lay down.
reminds me though, just to go back to it, just that connector push from ENCE was really cool.
Yeah.
I really liked that. I
Noted.
thought that was
Noted.
yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Definitely something we can take.
But would be so funny a team having all this crazy shit and the other team playing default every round. So they just end up with all this control and 1 minute on the clock and nothing happened on the map and they just don't know what to do from that position.
Yeah, I'm trying to think I guess the end goal from that water push is just to get someone across over onto those A steps where Goofy
Yeah,
was.
I think it was the little misfire from Goofy which you mentioned.
See,
Go on the right side, listen for the water steps.
I wonder if Scenario though. I wonder if they've done this in a different game though, because if in the VOD, so, Goofy doesn't shoot. Glaive does. Glaive shoots at someone from in mid, but because of the shot, Scenario automatically clears that left side. I don't know whether ENCE have thrown that before, that strategy, or whether.
Yeah, that could be the case. He looked like he either knew something or was down to take a massive risk and try to win the round single-handedly.
Yeah. It was like in his in his brain he knew no one was coming A main, even though the molly had come out, the smoke step,
Oh yeah, that
the
as
flashes.
well. That as well.
Like
I
he just
completely forgot about
knew
A-main.
someone wasn't coming A main, and that's why I feel like it was either A that ENCE have thrown it before and B and E had done their homework, or B like because of Glaive's shot in water. I think that the scenario just read the fact that they've pushed here and not pushed A main.
Yeah.
But what would have also been cool to do, I'll tell you what would have been cool to do, is have the A main guy push and jiggle every 5 seconds for the guy coming down from long. Because the steps is smoked and you have this guy in A water, it's like a free trade, right? It's like a free trade, and if the steps guy sees A main, he can jiggle, come back, and smoke A main, and then it's a second layer of bait for the guy in water. I think that could work well as well.
I agree. I just wonder what the timing would have been for Hades because he was throwing molly and 2 flashes from camera. Maybe he thought he's too late to join the party and he's better off rotating from there. Anyways, guys, 13-6. Beautiful fundamentals by ENCE overall.
Yeah, just a couple mistakes, but very good still.
Couple mistakes. Key takeaway from this game, I think, is the pathings ENCE chose when pushing the sides.
Key takeaway from this game: Devil Walk out, Jolobo plus Moxie in. BNE need new coaching staff.
You heard it, guys. 26th of February. Gonna happen by March. Let's go.
Thank you, guys.